Hey, what's going on, guys? It's me again. It's Friday, September 12th today, so I'm going to be posting the next series, or the next battle from the series. This was from the La Battalla. This was when I was the gym leader. So here we have a challenger. So this guy, as you can see, he has a mixed weather team. He's got a Sandstorm Tyranitar, he's got a Drizzle Politoed, and other than that, just largely a group of water Pokemon. So obviously he's looking to get some quick, cheap kills and, hopefully put this match to rest. So, but again, this is a triple battle, so it's more about synergy and teamwork here. So let's take a look and see how things play out for him. So right away he leads with his weather guy, which the only way he can actually out-weather me is if he has a Mega Tyranitar, which he doesn't, so he's not really going to be able to out-weather me. But, he immediately kicks it off with the rain, which, I already know in the back of my mind that that's not going to hold, because as soon as the fight starts, look, Charizard, he swaps forms, turns into the Mega, and out comes the Drought. So, right away, I already know that all their attacks, like their water damage, it's not going to do very much. So, typically speaking, they view Charizard as the biggest threat, when realistically, out of the three, he's probably the least threatening. I believe Greninja and Politoed were the two that I targeted with my attacks. I'm not quite sure why he surfed, because he also damaged his allies in the process. I mean, I could probably guess why he surfed, but, and it looks like his Politoed might be Choice Scarfed, because somehow that outsped my Charizard, which I don't think it normally can. So anyway, I go for the Solar Beam here, and just take out the Politoed. Between that, the Surf, and the Eruption, I had no doubts in my mind that that thing was going to go down. Just because of the Greninja and Tentacruel being really fast as well, I just decided to go right for the Tailwind. I want to just make sure that I have the established priority in this fight, because I already saw him use Surf. I knew he wasn't a physical-based Greninja, so I wasn't too worried about him having Water Shuriken for the priority. Which, by the way, if anyone ever thought about that, that is a really good idea, Water Shuriken. The Feraligatr came in and just immediately used Aqua Jet, which I was anticipating him doing, although I thought he would use it on Charizard to land the kill. But, because he didn't end up doing that, now he's going to end up in a really bad position, because now I can kill both Greninja and the Feraligatr. So, that probably wasn't his best choice, because he could have taken the Charizard out. I mean, he's trying to, I don't know if he's trying to kill the Typhlosion or just weaken the Eruption, but, I mean, it worked, but when the other two guys are spamming Solar Beam, and that one is only spamming, a very weak Lava, Eruption, it's not worth, using that priority that you have to come out and try and take him out. It actually ended up being very smart that I left the Feraligatr alone, because now he'll likely Aqua Jet the Typhlosion again, and that's not gonna be able to excuse me. That's not gonna do a whole lot for him, because that's gonna enable me to pull someone in for free without having to worry about a switch. Although apparently I pull him out anyway, because again, my Typhlosion is Choice Scarfed. So in this situation, I pulled him out. Now he's not locked to the weak Eruption, but I can basically start spamming other abilities that he has. But I mainly pulled in Ninetales just for the Drought, because now I believe he has the Heat Rock on, so that's going to last for 8 turns. I pulled Charizard out in case they decided to withdraw Tyranitar here, and try to have basically like a weather war with me, but also because I wanted Arcanine to intimidate both the physical attackers, because I really don't want them doing a lot of damage. And Arcanine's floating with the air balloon, so he's not gonna take much damage, because it made him immune to the toxic spikes, which was nice. Yeah, I mean, he hit me, but with the Intimidate and the Drought, that really didn't do anything. So at this point, it's just pretty much me spamming Solar Beam and just, making sure that I take out, or either take out or do as much heavy damage to his team as possible. I mean, that was just plain luck right there, that his Rock Slide missed the Moltres, because Moltres is the only one that would have died from that. But, didn't hit him, so sucks for him. And of course, the Tentacruel was using Mirror Coat, which, I'm pretty much just ignoring the Tentacruel at this point, because I don't actually think he has any attacks. Like, I know he has Toxic Spikes, and I know he has Mirror Coat, but other than that, he hasn't really done anything. And so, a lot of times people will build like one character in triples that doesn't have any attacks, and as long as it's not gimping your team, and you can see right there, like I said, he withdrew the Tyranitar so he can invoke that Sandstorm again and stop me from Solar Beaming him. I used Fake Out on Infernape just to interrupt the Aqua Jet, because his priority will out-prioritize the Feraligatr. And you can see there he flinched, so he lost that priority attempt at an attack and just take him out with Wild Charge. So, again, remember I said before, the triples is mostly about synergy and teamwork, so, the Arcanine and the Infernape working together were able to, stop the damage from Feraligatr altogether and just, cleanly take him out. I mean, it took out Arcanine in the process, but he had no health anyway. So I would rather take that trade than, what he was planning. And you can see right there, he's still spamming Mirror Coat, and I'm just ignoring him. So basically what ends up happening is, he's sitting there saying, like, okay, hey, target me, and I'll, like, one-shot you, but if you just ignore him, it's like having a Wobbuffet in a double or triples battle. If you just ignore it, then you're at an automatic advantage. So, a word to the wise, if you're gonna bring a Pokemon like that, make sure that the moveset that it knows is threatening enough to the opponents that, that they feel compelled to attack him. Because if he isn't, then, you run into situations like this where they pretty much just ignore you. Now, I mean, I'm not quite sure why Sorry about that, guys. I actually had to mute myself while the battle was going on. Someone was trying to talk to me here, but oh well, match ended. But I mean, you could kind of see what was going on. For those who didn't know, like, and you saw that was a pretty hairy situation. Although, even if the Tyranitar managed to kill the Typhlosion in that situation, I still would have won even through the Sandstorm, because that turn. So in triple battles, if both Pokemon are on opposite corners and they can't attack each other and they're the only ones left, it will automatically shift you to the center. Now, you can actually predict where Pokemon are going to be, because as I've mentioned in previous videos, you can actually switch positions on the battlefield as one of your turns. So I was predicting with my Moltres that I wanted to attack the center position. So I targeted the center position, and I started charging Solar Beam that turn. So, as you guys know, Solar Beam takes a turn to charge, so the next turn, when it shifted me to the middle, even though there's the sandstorm, Solar Beam would have been charged at that point, and, Moltres being faster, he would have just Solar Beamed the Tyranitar right off the bat. So, I mean, that was a good effort on his part, and, I made a few mistakes along the way, but, I mean, still, overall, my team was kind of working together a little bit better, and you really got to work on team combos. You can't rely solely on I have the type advantage, I'm just going to come out and use a super effective move. That strategy purely works only in singles. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll post some more later. Thank you.